unification and stability of Ethiopia. Mamomiga Most High, King Selassie, Ijah, Rastafari, head of celebration to one another. Bless the Lord. Give thanks.
Beautiful. Thanks, Empress.
Give thanks, Empress. And we will now, we will have a piece by Honorable Empress Rachel, The Nature of God by Alan Watts. Empress Rachel.
Give thanks to the celebration moving through. Give thanks to all what being said and done. You know, give thanks to ours to be in remembrance of how things were, how it is, and how it will be, you know. So give thanks to all and give thanks to Prince Emmanuel and the Honorable Queen Omega. Give thanks. Blessed love. All after celebration. The Nature of God by Alan Watts. Well, you all know the philosopher, right? So I took this little saying from him. Now, I'm sure that most of you know was asked on his return whether he had been to heaven and seen God. And he said yes. And so they said to him, well, what about God? And he said, she's black. Give thanks. A strong woman, the most important strength a person can have is mentally, and strong women knows that. They have been through a lot during their life, but all the pain has only made them stronger. One of the characteristics of a strong woman is that she knows how to deal with tricky situations, injustice, and failure. And she does so with a lot of willingness to learn, determination, and courage. This amazing strength of character and knowledge about being hurt makes her keep her promises, even if it's really hard to keep one that she made. She'll still find a way to do so. This doesn't mean that she's ignorant or thinks that she's better than everyone else. Self-love and confidence are important and healthy. If you work on becoming confident, you'll see that it's a great personal accomplishment. Strong women aren't born that way. They become strong to survive the storms they have to face. Some men are scared of a strong woman, can't handle them, but they are not real men. A real man would do anything to have a strong woman next to him. Put the woman up front. What about God? She's black. Blessed after celebration and love, my Lord and Empresses. Give thanks. Blessings.
Blessed love, give thanks. Empress Miriam, she only touched the hem of his garments.
Empress Imsley.
Majesty bless.
Empress Imsley.
I said, pardon me.
Imsley.
Priest Imsley, Empress.
When you must love Empress.
Are you hearing me? Am I being heard?
Yes, Empress.
Oh, give thanks. Honorable Priest Imsley, my Lord. Man and woman kingdom, right?
And what number is that?
I don't remember for 55, Secret Songs and Soul, am I right? She only touched them at his God.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 55.
Right. Right, Miriam.
All right. Majesty bless. So, yeah, like I for track this one.
Yes, my Lord.
All right. We give thanks and we continue with our second hymn for this day of celebration. In 55 from the Sacred Sounds and Solos, she only touched the hem of his garments as to his side she stood. She
Sing my
only
sister
touched the
Lily.
hem of his garment as to his side she stood.
Requested by Sister Lily.
And
She
this is a special request by Sister Lily. Special request.
Dada, we love you. Thank you, Priest Ainsley, Honorable. She only touched the hem of his garment and to side he stood. Come on, Priest
Amid the
Ainsley, where
crowd
are
that
you?
gather around him,
Amidst the crowd that gather around
and
him, and
straightway she was
straight
whole.
where she was whole.
Who touched the hem of your garments,
Who touched the hem of your garment,
and thou too shalt be free.
and thou too shall be free.
His saving power this very hour
His saving power this very hour
shall give new life to thee.
shall give new life to thee.
She came in fear and trembling before him.
She came in fear and trembling before him.
She knew her Lord had come.
Our Lord has come.
She felt from him the virtue that healed her.
She felt from him the virtue healer, and
The mighty deed was done.
deed was done.
Who touched the hem of your garments,
Who touched the hem of your garment,
and thou too shalt be free.
and thou too shall be free.
His saving power this very hour
His saving power this very hour
shall give new life to thee.
shall give new life to thee.
Chorus is the second hymn.
I, 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 I. I, 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 I. Oh, touch the hem of your garments, and thou too shall be free.
His saving power this very hour
His saving power this very hour
shall give new life to thee.
shall give new life to thee.
Return with daughter, be of good comfort.
Return with daughter, be of good comfort.
Thy faith had made thee whole,
has made thee whole.
and peace that passeth all understanding
And peace that passeth all understanding,
with gladness
and
fill her soul.
gladness fill our soul.
Who touch the hem of your garment coming down,
Touch the hem of your garment,
and thou too shalt be
and
free.
thou too shall be free.
His saving power this very hour
His saving power this very hour
shall give new life to thee.
shall
Coming down.
give new life to thee in a holy Mount Zion, Zion, Zion high, Lord, holy Mount Zion, Zion, Jehovah, Jah. Rastafari, saving power, this very hour shall give new life to I and I daughters. Jehovah, Jah.
Yeah.
Rastafari, my Lord and Empress, back to the chair. Give thanks. Back to the
Conjure.
give
Conjure
thanks,
him.
Sister Lee.
Give thanks, Honorable Empress, as Mama Lily said. Conjo, beautiful. So now we are going to do a presentation on woman leads. First up, Empress Akim with the African National Congress, or ANC. Blessed love.
Blessed love, royal family. Give thanks for everyone that has presented thus far. I give thanks also for the history that I'm learning today and the love that is being shared. You know, we give thanks. Selassie Ijahstars. So the African National Congress, ANC. Next slide, please, Empress Trisha.
You have to read it off your phone.
Oh, okay. One moment here. Give me a minute. Okay. One moment. Let's see. All right. Excuse if I stumble a bit. This is small. Okay. So the African National Congress was founded on January the 8th, 1912. So it's been 113 years now. It was legalized on the 3rd of February in 1990. So that is 35 years ago. Okay. The African National Congress, ANC, is a political party in South Africa. It originated as a liberation movement known for its opposition to apartheid and has governed the country since 1994, when the first post-apartheid election resulted in Nelson Mandela being elected as president of South Africa. Cyril Ramaphosa, the incumbent national president, has served as president of the ANC since the 18th of December 2017. Founded on January 8th, 1912 in Bloemfontein as the South African National Congress, the organization was formed to advocate for the rights of Black South Africans. When the National Party government came to power in 1948, the ANC's central purpose became to oppose the new government's policy of institutionalized apartheid. To this end, its methods and means of organization shifted. Its adoption of the techniques of mass politics and the swelling of its membership culminated in the Defiance Campaign of civil disobedience in 1952 to 1953. The ANC was banned by the South African government between April 1960, shortly after the Sharpeville massacre, domestic political underground. I'm sorry, I skipped the lines. Excuse me. Let me go back. The ANC was banned by the South African government between April 1960, shortly after the Sharpeville massacre, and February 1990. During this period, despite periodic attempts to revive its domestic political underground, the ANC was forced into exile by increasing state repression, which saw many of its leaders imprisoned in Robben Island. So a little bit of history and knowledge on the African National Congress. Give thanks. Blessed love. Next, we will have Empress Divine on the women's suffrage movement. Empress Divine, are you present?
It doesn't see our name. I don't know.
I saw it earlier.
She's not.
Uh-oh, I don't see it either.
Blessed rising.
Somebody read it for her.
Life
Can
and
somebody
beauty.
do it? Oh, she's
Okay.
there?
Queen of the Selassie, yeah.
Oh, someone's speaking.
Rastafari.
All right.
Bless
Woman
the Father.
The woman suffrage refers to the right of women to vote in elections.
Empress Dia,
Key achievement of the women's right movement,
you're
particularly
mute.
in the 19th and 20th centuries. The movement started in
Can one share the
1860s.
recording?
Yes.
Suffrage defines in general means the right to vote in political elections, allowing citizens to participate in shaping government policies. There were several suffrage movements. The African women's suffrage started in the 1890s to defend their race and reputation. 25 years after emancipation and 20 years later, a white movement was formed to influence the reform legislation. The suffrage movement was also a voice, and global effort to secure the right to vote for women who were historically
What's that?
this right in many societies. One of many key achievements were that the movement made the question of women voting rights a significant political issue, leading to legal changes in many countries. New Zealand was the first independent self-government nation to grant all women citizens the right to vote in 1893. The United Nations granted women the right to vote with the passing of the 19th Amendment in 1920. The United Nations recognized women's suffrage as a basic right in the Convention on Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women in 1979. 4 key points we should know is the suffrage movement was a diversity movement. Women achieve and thrive in society despite being unable to vote. Both major political parties resisted suffrage for decades. Getting the 19th Amendment across the finish line was heroic and brutal. Black woman has an agenda, and it's ambitious. Some of the alienation that they would experience, if I could say that, no higher education, no job, sexist contempts, burning to the stakes, rape. There are few hardships that women face during those times. Names to recognize: Elizabeth Cady Stanton, Mary Wilson Craft, Frederick Douglass. Those are just a few names that had participated in the movement. Give thanks, honorable goddesses.
Give thanks. That was Honorable Empress Divine with the woman's suffrage.
Well, we can go ahead, Empress. There's a video because I don't think the other sister is on. Is Princess Empress Christina on?
No, I don't see her.
Second.
I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. My mom used to always sing "This Little Light of Mine, I'm Gonna Let It Shine." Her singing had an urgency about it, an urgency for people to listen, for people to know that they were working for a cause and everybody needed to join in.
because there was so much against the Black people back then.
We've been down so long, we ain't got no other way to go but up.
My name is Jacqueline Hamer Flakes, and I'm the youngest and only living daughter of the late civil rights activist, Mrs. Fanny Lou Hamer. People have written books, they have made movies, they have done bios, but they really don't know the real Fanny Lou Hamer.
We have been black power for 400 years.
Land was my great stories that I had been told and heard my entire life, those were missing. That personal side of her life was missing, and I thought people needed to see that. And Fanny Lou had always said was that she had spoken of university campus there was, and once we started researching this film, we saw that that was just about true. She had a very large presence.
I've been very concerned with young black people in Mississippi, and there's no need of getting an education, running to some other place. If I make it right here, I'd take a chance in Mississippi quicker than I would Chicago, because we at least know where we are here. But they got some of the same hypocrites up there. It's just like these white racists down here.
I just thought, you know, why not let her tell her own story? She was known, you know, for her public speaking. She was such a fiery speaker.
I didn't come to Washington to hear no bills being legislated that they would feed me in 1972. What in the world is going on between now and 72? I'm thinking about what you gonna do for my people in December.
When she spoke before other people, she told them about her background, her history, the cotton fields, where she came from. And so it just seemed natural to just build that and let her tell her own existence.
See, Mississippi is not actually Mississippi's problem. Mississippi is America's problem.
My name is Jimmy Lee Lacey, and Aunt Fanny is my great aunt. She was the baby of the family. She believed truly in God. To have a family was kind of a religious family, and you was gonna do something in the church. If she was there, you were gonna do something, whether it was sing, pray, preach, or whatever. It looked like everybody was quiet, and if there wasn't a preacher, there's a Sunday school teacher or a Sunday school superintendent. We were brought up like that. But we was taught to love everybody, whether you was white or black. Skin never made a difference with her when it come down to righteous or come down to being right. In the same way with wrong. If you're wrong, it didn't make no difference what color you were. If you was wrong, she told you was wrong.
If I hate you because you hate me, I'm no better than you are. Want to do is to make these people understand that we are human beings and we can work together.
Long before she got involved in civil rights, she was saying,
We are sick and tired of being sick and tired.
We are tired of working for $3 measly a day, going home and being too tired to cook what little we did have.
Because she was. Picking cotton was such a chore. My mother picked cotton, and 50, 60 years later, she's still traumatized by seeing cotton fields. She hates to see them because of the drudgery that it was on them. And so Aunt Fanny Lou did this for so long. And so that saying just followed her all of her life. Her song moved people, it motivated people. The freedom songs that she sang, that's what she used, and she was good at it.
Just think about going to a courthouse and just wanting to register to vote so that your name means something more than just having yourself being counted in the census, but just meaning something where you can vote for the President of the United States, vote for the people who are representing you in your city, in your county, in your state, in your nation. Just knowing that you have the power, or you should have had the power. But it took her going to Indianola and walking up to the counter and saying, we're here to register to vote.
She was out there figuring a way how to make people live better.
She wanted better for her children. She wanted better for her community. And I think that was the driving force, to just make things better for everyone, regardless of their color. Aunt Fanny Lou helped organize Freedom Summer.
People should be expected to get beaten, they should expect to spend in jail, and that they should expect possibly somebody to get killed.
She marched with Dr. King. She spoke, Malcolm X introduced her as America's. He felt the need with others, including Mrs. Ella Baker, to create the Mississippi Freedom Democratic Party, or the MFDP.
That a political party should be open to all the people who wish to subscribe to its principles.
That was created because the official Democratic Party of Mississippi didn't allow Black people to participate.
In 1964, when Mama Fanny went before the Credentials Committee, she walked in there with her purse on her arms, and I'm gonna say she was only 5'4", but she was walking tall that day. And when it was time for her to speak, she said,
Is this something that I tell because our lives be threatened daily?
and while she was speaking and telling about all the horrible things that were going on in the Mississippi Delta, President Lyndon B. Johnson did all that he could to make sure that it wasn't seen. They went to emergency commercials. He didn't know that that night it was aired anyway. And people all over the world saw that. They saw that she was telling what was going on. She wasn't fearful about telling what was going on because she went point A to point Z. And at the end, she had tears in her eyes. So that let everybody know that it was serious.
She was a very, very important part of the Voting Rights Act of 1965. What drove her was hearing that Black people could vote, and have a say in what she called their destiny.
Here they come, followers of the Mississippi Freedom Democratic Party. They've been here at the House of Representatives all day long from this morning. They are all now under arrest, charged with unlawful occupancy of a public building.
I realized who my mama Fanny Lou Hamer was when she took us on a trip with her to Atlanta, Georgia. And they had a convention going on, and I saw Mama on stage, and she had that hand on her hip, and her head was reared back, and she was talking, and she was giving the information on what happened to her in Winona when she was beaten.
What happened to her in Winona, Mississippi changed her forever.
I have a blood clot now in the artery to the left thigh and a permanent kidney injury on the right side from that beating.
As they were leaving the jail, they were told that Medgar Evers had been assassinated that morning.
15 minutes past midnight, Evers got out of his car beside his home in a Negro residential area. In a vacant lot about 40 yards away, a sniper fired a single shot from a high-powered rifle at Evers' silhouette. The bullet hit him in the back, crashed through his body, through a window into the house. He died within an hour at a Jackson hospital.
She said later that that could have been what spared their lives, because she'd heard the law enforcement officials talking about killing them and throwing them in the Big Black River. But because Medgar Evers had been assassinated earlier that morning, all eyes were going to be on Mississippi, and it was going to be too much publicity to do that. And so she honestly believed that the unfortunate death of Medgar Evers is what saved their lives.
I've been beaten in jail till my body was hard as metal. My house was bombed January 28, 1971, but I'm not stopping.
One of the things that moved me about her personality, her voice was so commanding.
In 1963 or 1964, we didn't have many people registered in Mississippi. But today we have 60% of the black population registered in Mississippi. We have 42 elected officials in the state of Mississippi, and one day you will be proud when you can say, Senator Fanny Lou Hamer, because I'm on my way there.
She said that, you know, people may talk about me because they consider me uneducated, but still they were afraid of her because she had the power. We found all of these television interviews.
Will you welcome, please, Mrs. Fanny Lou Hamer.
Where she was face to face with older white politicians. She was not intimidated by them because they were educated, particularly when she knew what she was talking about.
Even after the 1965 Voting Rights Bill passed and they sent a few registrars in Mississippi, they were able to get a few thousand people registered, but they are still is not accepted on the state book. And the only way these people can vote is on a national election. Well, how can they say they're fighting for the right for people to vote when we're not allowed to vote in the state of Mississippi?
You've got a good point there, but
that was amazing for me to see, that you had these old politicians who had been in politics for years with this woman that came out of the cotton field and told them where to go. You know, it's both funny and amazing at the same time that she had that kind of power. She had that kind of presence.
In the state of Mississippi. And we are tired of people saying that we are satisfied.
It was so effective. Dr. Martin Luther King did not like to follow her on stage because she was so dramatic. Harry Belafonte raised the money that sent her and several other SNCC delegates to Africa to visit President Sekou Touré.
Mr. Harry Belafonte's wife, Julie, was with her. And Mama Fanny was amazed by the things that she saw in Ghana. Black people working in the bank, running the stores, you know, people, the president came to the hotel where they were, and Miss Julie came up to the hotel room and she was like, Fanny, the president is here to see you. And Mom was like, no, I'm not going down there. I got rollers in my hair. So Miss Belafonte and her family, they all laugh about that because Mama was family to them. Whenever she was in New York, she stayed in their home. The picture that I saw that made me know that I'm gonna say Mama is famous was a picture of the Kennedys. And I said, Mama, who is that lady? She's pretty. And she said, that's your godmama. And I'm like, my godmama? And she said, that's Jacqueline Kennedy. And I'm like, oh. Now, I don't know if she was just saying that to make me feel good, but I'm still hanging on that story. That's my godmama. She had this best friend, Miss Rose. and she would write letters to Miss Rose where she's really just being a mother and being a friend. This is a letter that Mama wrote on October 13th, 1965. Dear Rose, I received the package today. Thank you. Thank you very much. Rose, I've been very sick. Also, my husband. He stayed in the hospital 14 days and nights with a slipped disc. It's also corrupted. But he's up now, not well, but better, and I am better, thank God. The children are fine, are in school. I hope all your family are fine. Rose, my daughter that's 21 is going to be a mother in November. If you can find any used baby clothes, please send them to me, Rose. Rose, I met a wonderful lady in Portland. She knew you. I told her you are a mother for me, although I'm the oldest. I thank God there are people like you who care. Last night, we watched 2 cars stop in front of the house with white people in them. We saw one fella get out and a white girl. We don't know why they stopped because there are no white people on this street. Who do we report this to? Nobody have been convicted. That's what make me question America. How can we say this is a free country when all this can happen? Oh God, I wonder how long. Well, I have to tell you, as you're one of the greatest friends I ever had. Answer soon. Yours for God and for justice, Fanny Lou Hamer.
When our lead researcher and consultant, Dr. Megan Parker Brooks, found the letters and I started reading the letters, it was just so sad because she really poured out her heart to her friend Rose Fishman. And it was almost like seeing 2 different people. You saw the person, you know, who motivated the crowd and got people to go register and vote, and the person who was shot at and all of that. But then in the letters, you see a woman, you see a mother, a wife, a friend, and all of the baggage that came with that.
This is another letter that Mama Fanny wrote to Mrs. Edgar E. Smith. And this is a person in Massachusetts that she knew. Dear Mrs. Smith, this is to assure you that your letters and checks and also all the boxes. Mrs. Smith, the money was so much help. I've been sick again and couldn't have gone to see a doctor. If you all hadn't helped me, I just wish I could put it in writing how I feel about what you all are doing for us. It makes my heart feel so good. Mrs. Smith, I've lasted a long time behind the beating. I got in jail, but it is catching up with me now. My whole body sometimes is sore. But I'm going to work until my days are done. Thank you all for everything. You're for God and justice for men. Mrs. Fanny Lou Hamer.
She had just tremendous health issues. And when she was told that she had a tumor and needed to have it removed, during the procedure, a white doctor performed a hysterectomy on her without her knowledge or consent. And apparently at the time, a very common practice, and it was termed a Mississippi appendectomy.
How can you do that? But that's what they were dealing with back then in the 50s and the 60s. When I think about those things, I really get angry. I get angry because she worked hard. She worked tirelessly. And I mean, when she was diagnosed with breast cancer, and it was already in a late stage when she found out, she would tell me, Cookie, come on in here, baby, and lay down by Mama. I'm cold. And back then, I didn't know what she was really doing. But the last few days of her being in the hospital in Mount Bayou, Daddy Pap took us to see her. And we started walking in the room. Me and my sister started walking in the room. And she started screaming, get him out of here! Get him out of here! She didn't want us to see her like that. So my memory is not of someone who's frail or anything like that because she never let us see her at that point. But my memory is, Cookie baby, come on in here. Get into bed with mama. Just thinking about her. Loving and caring for 4 daughters, of which she didn't give birth to any. But she loved us, and she took care of us. Every time I come out here, I can just feel her spirit.
We won't determine some of our destiny. And this is what Black Power means.
She is such a tremendous part of our history. It's so sad to me, in all that she accomplished and tried to accomplish, most people don't even know who she is. We take for granted being able to walk in the front door of a grocery store, being able to go in any grocery store. We take for granted being able to go to the schools of our choice. We take for granted being able to eat anywhere we want, sit anywhere on the bus, drink at any water fountain. Those are things that she and so many others fought for, died for. And so because her sacrifices were so great and she died the way that she did, and she is such a part of history, I would just like to see her recognized for what she did and for the sacrifices that she made for this effort.
We want people all over America to know that we're fighting on a principle. And we gonna say now, go and tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go and tell it on the mountain to let my people go. Now everybody sing that, you know it. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere.
Hey, that's one
Great
tear
woman.
joker.
Yeah, man. Great woman, I am. Great woman, Grace. Great woman. Salute.
Empress Leon. Mama Miriam.
Blessed love. Empress Miriam.
Blessing, blessed love. Blessing.
Dip in your buckets in the Ethiopian well.
Okay, all right. Dip in your bucket in the Ethiopian well. Fill up your bucket to the brim, Mount Zion. Dip in your bucket in the Ethiopian well. I say fill up your bucket to the brim. With love, with love, with love, sweet love, with love, with love, in the Ethiopian well. For I say deep in your bucket in the Ethiopian well. I say fill up your bucket to the brim, Mount Zion. Dip in your bucket in the Ethiopian well. I say fill up your bucket to the brim. With love, with love, with love, sweet love, with love, with love, in the Ethiopian well. One more time, family. For I say deep in your bucket in the Ethiopian well. I say full up your bucket to the brim, Mount Zion. Deep in your bucket in the Ethiopian well. I say full up your bucket to the brim. With love, with love, with love, sweet love, with love, with love, in the Ethiopian well. Eleanor, holy Mount Zion, 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 I, Lord, holy Mount Zion, Zion, mighty Redeemer, Jehovah, Jah, Rastafari, my Lord and Empress, blessed love.
Blessed love, Honorable Empress, give thanks for that beautiful, beautiful chorus. Now we have a presentation poem, Hey Black Child, by Usina Eugene Perkins from Princess Asamale and Prince Joshua. Blessed love. Hey Black Child.
They know who you are, who you really are. They know it can be what you want to be. If you try to be what you can be. Hey, black child, you know
Where you going?
where you
Can learn.
to learn. If you try to learn what you can learn. Hey, black child,
Do you know you are strong?
and you really strong.
Do you know you can do?
What you want to do, if you try to do what you can do. Hey, black child, be what you can be. Learn what you must learn. Do what you can do. And tomorrow, your nations will be what you
want it to be.
Yes, that.
Very good.
Beautiful.
Blessed.
Give thanks, Empress Diane, Princess
Blessed.
Asamale, and Prince Joshua.
Blessed.
Well, after that tearjerker, that was a great relief to see our future majesty.
Give
Give
thanks, my
thanks.
Lord and
Powerful.
Next, we'll be having a presentation from Honorable Empress Akim on the sacredness of dance and African drumming. Blessed love.
Blessed love, royal family. I'm honored to come after the youth, you know. I love the children, you know. And part of my mission is to teach the youth in the way that they should go, you know, so when they're old, they would not depart from it. And dance being a passion of mine and a calling this is one way that I actually interact with the youth through dance and the arts. And so the sacredness of dance. Next slide, please. All right, sacred dance equals moving meditation. There are many views on sacred dance and its purpose: to honor supernatural powers, worship or reverence the creator, divine spirit, to unite with the supernatural powers or the creator, divine spirit, to become a willing vessel for the divine spirit to dwell, becoming righteousness and divine energy, to manifest blessings for oneself and the collective, to ward off evil and to win or conquer battles physically and spiritually, and to build and strengthen community. Dance is mentioned in sacred texts as being used for the purpose of warfare, interpretation, healing, abundance, cleansing, and celebration. And oftentimes in presentations where I speak on and teach on sacred dance, I ask the question, what is your meditation and intent of your movements? Next slide, please. Over time, as I came into knowledge of self more deeply, I discovered that dance is sacred and to be used for spiritual purposes and the edification, building up of others. Dancing for healing, dancing for warfare, dance for intercession and prayer, dance in reverence of the Most High, dance for celebration, dance in spirit and in truth. I became a dance minister. Okay, I'll expound on that in a little bit. So just a bit of information that I choose to teach ones that I have taught in the churches when I was part of the church. This is some of the information that I share with ones. So the biblical worship defined. We stood on this scripture, John 4:23 reads, "An hour is coming and now is, when the true worshipers will worship the Father in spirit and in truth. For such people, the Father seeks to be his worshipers." Worship during the times of Moses was of a more sacrificial way with blood sacrifices. During the services in the tabernacles of Moses consisted of animal sacrifices, prayers, intercession, and symbolic actions, and the high priest alone entering the holies of holy to stand before the ark. There was no development of music and the arts other than the craftsmanship of the tabernacle and furnishings. Worship was in holy reverence only. King David built another tabernacle and instituted a new form of sacrifice, which was continual praise and worship in the presence of the Most High. David's order of worship was joyful, exuberant, emotional, involving many singers, musicians, and instruments, ministering loudly and demonstratively before the Ark of the Covenant. It was a new covenant type of worship with free access to the throne of the Most High. Give thanks. Next slide, please. Sacral chakra. If ones are familiar or have knowledge of the chakra system, the chakra system is an ancient Indian concept, but I believe it even goes back further than ancient ancient India. I would say even Africa. We aren't taught these things, but now that these things are surfacing as we are gaining more knowledge, I found that this was very important to share in this presentation. Okay, so the sacral chakra, which is again one of the energy sources within the temple, our bodies, it is housed in the center of our stomachs, near our belly button and below. Okay, so the root word for the word sacral is sacrum, which means sacred. The sacrum is a large triangular bone at the base of the spine that is made up of fused sacral vertebrae. Sacral is an adjective that means relating to sacred rites or observations, observation, excuse me. The term os sacrum is Latin for holy bone, which is the origin of the name for the sacrum. One other thing that I wanted to highlight is that, again, the sacral chakra being the energy system and called the holy bone, the sacral chakra also governs creativity, emotions, pleasure, and sexuality. One highlight that I teach often to is for the women that I present to, is that it is very important how we use our bodies with dance, that we don't want to bring anyone into specifically the men, because oftentimes in the secular world, I would say, when it comes to dance, it is very sexual, highly sexual, and misleading often. And so again, thinking of that area of our bodies as women and how we move. For it has always been very important that I'm not move a certain kind of way. And I teach women as well that when you move in a sacred manner, you know, that we don't want to use our energies to cause anyone to fall short of their righteousness. And again, specifically our brethren. Next slide, please. What roles does music and lyrics play in our lives, and how could it affect our vibration and our sacredness? Frequency and vibration, hidden messages in the music, the artist's intent and the mindset in the music. How does the music and lyrics cause you to move and or think? What vibrations do you put out into the universe? And personally, I have always been uncomfortable dancing to unrighteous lyrics and certain music genres. The calling on my life to dance for spiritual purposes has set my desires far away from dancing to loose, energetic music, or music that lacks positive or spiritual intentions. Next slide. I think we missed a slide. Can you go back a minute?
I was having problems downloading it.
Okay, that's okay. So that one is actually, I can speak on it because it is very personal to I. So to share about myself and my calling on dance, I've always had a very strong passion for dance as a youth. And during the times when I was younger, they had nightclubs for teenagers. You know, we could be dropped off by our parents and picked up by our parents, and it was very safe then. It was just an outing for us. And I noticed that whenever I would be on the dance floor and certain musics would come on, I couldn't move like everyone else. It was very difficult. I felt convicted if I danced to certain sounds or if I danced to certain lyrics. And so I was troubled by it, you know, but I was like, well, you know, I can't fight against myself. And so I just continue on with that. And then as I, again, grew into knowing myself more, I started realizing that dance was sacred for me and that I was given this gift of dance for a higher purpose. And so therefore, again, knowing that certain lyrics and certain songs I could not dance to, even, and I think about the Christ, when we talk about Christ going into different places where some may not go, you know, thinking as though that Christ only moved in areas that were righteous and didn't have, you know, sin, if you want to say, or low vibrational energies. Me, myself, still enjoying going to clubs because I love Afrobeat and I love the African drums and I love hearing roots reggae and things like that. I was still drawn to go out, but I realized that the dance floor became my sanctuary. The dance floor became my platform, not only to express myself, but to also allow others to see divine movement. And not every woman is moving in a way to entice or to bring attention to herself. But it was a way for me to show ones that I can go out amongst ones and teach them the sacredness of dance. And so in 2010, I actually became a dance minister at my church. And I led a ministry called Davidic Praise, which again, doing the study on David ushering in a new form of worship that was more exuberant and using our bodies, our temples to reverence the Most High. I named the ministry Davidic Praise. And so in 2010, I started the ministry. Ones that would see our ministry wanted us to help out and to encourage other churches to form ministries and teach them about dance and worship. And so from there, I became very focused on what dance meant to my life. And so I have a presentation. So one thing that I, again, as a youth, as I came into, again, knowledge of self and learning more about Rastafari, a little history about the drums. My father is a drummer. And so he would take me to rehearsals with him often. And I would sit at his feet and hear the drums. And I was just amazed, you know, especially by the bass, because that's where I would be. And I was just amazed at how beautiful and how resonant the drums were for me. It would bring me to tears oftentimes. And then again, coming into Rastafari, learning about Nyabingi, I was like, I'm called to this. And so oftentimes what we don't see is Nyabingi, that marriage between Nyabingi and dance. And some may not like it, you know, or I won't say like, but it's foreign to them, which I haven't seen much of either. You don't see it much. But for I'm like, it would be very difficult for me to hear Nyabingi, and when spirit calls me to break out in a dance, or even if I was to teach, you know, a choreographed piece with Nyabingi, it would be most fitting. Being in alignment with that worship as a people is necessary, not just in clap and song, but we can move and it can be sacred and it's not sexual and it's, you know, all those taboo things that we would not want to bring into the liberty. So I have a short presentation. The movements are African dance. I have some slower movements in that I was saying African dance can be very exuberant, and for some they may be like, oh, I can't move that way. So it'll be for the youth. I teach the youth, I teach the men, the young men, and the elders. And so this is a presentation that I have for you to Nyabingi. Blessed love. Blessed love. That was just you know, celebrating, you know. I love the drums so much, you know, to the point that about a year ago, I had drums made in Jamaica and I brought them back. So I'm in love with this thing called Nyabingi and dance, and I give thanks for the opportunity to present to you what that looks like, you know. And oftentimes I ask, why must we be careful and protect our sacred dance? And we must remember, you know, although we look at things historically in the way that we have governed certain things, and I will say for the Bobo Shanti, that as new ones, and especially you know, and other young empresses that come along, you know, that our gifts be embraced, you know, and that we grow our perspective in how things once looked and how they may look in the future, you know. Again, this being one thing that is new, it comes with and it's very sacred, and I know that it's a calling. And so again, you know, other sisters, other empresses who may be interested, you know, if this was to become a thing and we teach our youth, and, you know, which I think is most necessary to teach our young girls, what does sacred dance look like? You know, because we're bombarded with so many things that are less righteous than ourselves. And to teach our young girls that, yes, your dance is important, but as Africans, you know, we use it with a purpose. And I had another video, I don't know if we have time, or Empress Trish, if you're able to connect, it's just one, where you see another dance to Nyabingi. There's 3 sisters that are dancing to Nyabingi. Are you able to show that one?
I did not receive it.
Oh, okay, it's in another slide, but you will have to, I believe you will have to click on it, highlight it, and then open it up. And I'm not sure if you're able to. But yes, so again, I asked the question, you know, about sacred dance and in connection to Nyabingi. I would love to hear others' opinions, their thoughts around it, you know. and just Nyabingi alone, how it's been done and how, you know, that may look in the future, you know? Give thanks.
Give thanks, Honorable Empress. Give thanks for that beautiful words. It reminds me when you see in the sisters and them in the village, how they say the
True.
villages, you know?
True.
Doing the practices before they go before the king, you know? Yeah.
You know? Exactly.
Yeah.
Give thanks. Give
Give
thanks.
thanks. So, after that beautiful dancing, we're going to get some glorious singing here now. Empresses, just rock back and wait. This priest who going and sing this chorus, oh my God. Glory is coming and it won't be long. It has arrived. Priest Leecraft is here. Honorable Priest Leecraft, my lord. Glory is coming and it won't be long.
Unmute your mic, priest.
Can you hear me clearly? You hearing me now?
Loud
Yes,
and clear. Loud and
Yes, my
clear.
lord.
Oh, give thanks. Glory coming and it won't be long. Jah will sing us one of his redemption songs. I shall be happy, happy, brave and strong. Glory's coming and it won't be long. Glory's coming and it won't be long. Jah will sing us one of his redemption songs. I shall be happy, happy, great and strong. Glory's coming and it won't be long. Glory is coming and it won't be long. Jah will sing us one of his redemption songs. I will be happy, happy, great and strong. Glory's coming.
My priest, where you there?
Happy, happy, great and strong. Glory's coming and it won't be long. In a holy Mount Zion, 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 I, Lord, holy Mount Zion. Bird of darkness will shine, you in your small corner, I in mine. Jehovah, Jah, Rastafari, my Lord and Empress, blessed.
Blessed love, my Lord. Give thanks for that glorious voice, you know. Give thanks. Next, we have Honorable Empress Nishi with a poem, A Brave and Startling Truth by Maya Angelou. Empress Nishi.
Blessed love, my Lord and Empress.
Blessed love.
A poem called The Brave and Startling Truth by Maya Angelou. We the people on a small and lonely planet, traveling through casual space, past aloof stars, across the way of indifferent suns, to the destination where all the signs tell us it is possible and imperative that we learn a brave and startling truth. And when we come to the day of peacemaking, when we release our fingers from a fist of hostility, and allow the pure air of cool to cool our palms. When it comes to when the curtains fall on the minstrel show of hate and faces sooted with scorn and scrubbed clean, when battlefields and colonialism no longer rake our unique and particular sons and daughters. Up with the bruised and bloody grass to lie in individual plots in foreign soil. When the rapturous storms of the churches, the screaming rackets in the temples have ceased, when the pennants are waving gaily, when the banners of the world tremble stoutly in the good, clean breeze, when we come to it, when we let the rifles fall off our shoulders and children dress their dolls in flags of truth, and landmines of death have been removed, and the age can walk into evenings of peace, when religious rituals is not perfumed by the incense of burning flesh, and childhood dreams are not kicked away by nightmares of abuse. When we come to it, then we will confess that not the pyramids with their stones set in mysteries perfection, nor the gardens of
Empress Nation.
nor the Danube following its blue soul into Europe, nor the sacred peak of Mount Fuji stretching into the rising sun, neither Father Amazon nor Mother Mississippi, who without favor nurture all creatures in the depths and on the shores. These are not the only wonders of the world. When we come to it, we the people is on this minuscule and kithless globe, who reach daily for the bomb, the blade and the dagger, yet who petition in the dark for tokens of peace. We the people on this mote of matter, in whose mouths abide cankerous words, which challenge our very existence. Yet out of those same mouths come songs of such exquisite sweetness. That's the heart falters in its labor, and the body's quietened into awe. When this people on the small and drifting planet, whose hands can strike with such abandon, that in twinkling life is sapped with from the living, yet those same hands can touch with such healing, irresistible tenderness, that the haunting neck is happy to bow, and the proud back is glad to bend. Out of such chaos, of such contradiction, we learn that we are neither devils nor divine. When we come to it, we, this people, on this wayward floating body, creating on this earth, have the power to fashion for the earth a climate where every man and every woman can live freely without sanctimony, pity, without crippling fear. Selah. Sorry, there's another part. When we come to it, we must confess that we are possible. We are the possible. We are the miraculous, the true wonders of the world. That is when and only when we come to it. Selah, Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. Blessed love, my Lord and Empress.
Blessed love, give thanks, Honorable Empress Nishi, for that beautiful piece. And hopefully we really come to realize our power and our strength as women, you know. Give thanks, Honorable Empress. Now we have a hymn, Break Thou the Bread of Life by Honorable Empress Miriam. Priest, I'm sleep a track for her. Break down the bread of life.
Yeah.
Blessed love. Unmute your mic, Empress Menen.
All right, I am doing that. You hear me now?
Loud and clear.
All right, give thanks. Yes, Honorable. President Leo.
Unmute
My
your mic
brother.
3 times, Lee. Unmute your mic.
Yeah, hear me now?
Hearing you loud and clear, no majesty.
All right.
So
We continue
before I do that, is now we're on closing time now, Honorable?
No, this
Sister
is the
Diane?
statement.
Can somebody answer me?
No, we're not.
So we have a next hymn to close the program? Okay. I'll just do what the items, okay? All right, just okay, no problem. Go ahead, Priest Amsley.
Continue. Break down the bread of life, dear Lord, to me.
Break thou the bread of life, there, Lord, to me.
As thou didst break the loaves beside the sea.
As dost break the loaf beside the sea.
Beyond the sacred page I seek thee, Lord.
Be on the secret page, I seek thee, Lord.
My spirit pants for thee, O living word.
My spirit pants for thee, O living word.
Break thou the bread of life, O Lord, to me.
Break thou the bread of life, O Lord, to me.
That hid within my heart thy word may be.
That in within my heart thy word may be.
Mold thou each inward thought from self set free.
Oh, thou in what part thy self set free.
And let my steps be all controlled by thee.
Let my step be all controlled by thee.
Open thy word of truth that I may see.
Open thy word of truth that I may see.
Thy message written clear and plain for me.
Thy message written clear for me.
Then in sweet fellowship walking with thee.
Then in sweet fellowship walking with thee.
Thy image on my life engraved will be.
Thy image on my life engraved may be.
For us, it's the third hymn. Celebration. thou the truth, dear Lord, to me.
Bless thou the truth, dear Lord, to me, to me.
As thou didst bless the bread by Galilee.
As thou didst bless the bread by Galilee.
Then shall all bondage cease, all fetters fall. Coming down.
Then shall all bondage free, thy pleasures fall.
And I shall find my peace, my all in all. Coming down.
And I shall find my peace, my all in all in a holy Mount Zion, Zion, Zion high, Lord, holy Mount Zion. Zion, Jehovah, Rastafari. Bless and sanctify family. Blessed love, give thanks.
Majesty, bless.
Blessed love, royal family, give thanks.
Give thanks for times.
Give thanks, my Lord, for that tracking as well. Oh, my
Majesty,
Lord,
bless.
sorry, our only blessing of the Empress, and it was an integral part as well too, you know, so give thanks, my Lord. Now we have a poem by our Honorable Empress. She is bilingual. Our Honorable Empress, Empress Cindy, speaking on the Great Queens of Africa by Mutabaruka. Honorable Empress Cindy, give thanks.
Blessed love, honorable Empress, give thanks, my Lord and Empress. Pardon me, heartiest celebration to one and all. And I do give thanks for everything said and done thus far. This is a song by Mutabaruka called Great Queens of Africa. Great Queens of Africa, rulers all around. They were mighty, 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 brave and strong. Europeans couldn't get them down. Africa had great kings and queens you should know. Search your history, it will show. If you know not from whence you came, you are doomed to live in shame. In Africa, yes, whoa, whoa, whoa. In Africa, yes, whoa, whoa, whoa. Talking about Makeda, Queen of Sheba, ruled from Arabia to Ethiopia, fell in love with Solomon, brought forth Haile Selassie, forefather Menelik I. In Africa, yes, whoa, whoa, whoa. In Africa, yes, whoa, whoa, whoa. Amina rode at the head of her troops in war, conquered enemies near and far. Great queen of Hausaland, a woman as capable as any man. In Africa, yes, whoa, whoa, whoa. In Africa, yes, whoa, whoa, whoa. And Zinga of Angola fought the Portuguese as a guerrilla soldier. At age 70, she was still on top. Portuguese, Dutch, and Zinga, they could not stop. See Queen Nanny of Jamaica. She ruled the area. When the English dumb lick shot, all she do is spit it back. In Africa, yes, whoa, whoa, whoa. In Africa, yes, whoa, whoa, whoa. Now, when I was a child, I thought Cleopatra looked exactly like Elizabeth Taylor. Now I am wiser. I understand Cleopatra was an Egyptian. In Africa, yes, whoa, whoa, whoa. In Africa, yes, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yes, Africa had great kings and queens you should know. Search your history, it will show. If you know not from whence you came, you are doomed to live in shame. Give thanks.
Mama Africa, woy, woy, give thanks. Mama Cindy, woy, woy, give thanks. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
I think she has another part to say.
Okay,
Well-
continue.
Blessed love. Give thanks, Empress. You have me rolling over here. So I have 10, I have 10 amazing facts about the Honorable Empress Menen Asfaw. Number 1, Empress Menen ascended to the throne to one of the oldest and ancient civilizations of the world on November 2nd, 1930, as Empress and co-regent of Kanimawe Haile Selassie I, also known as Rastafari Mekanen. Number 2, the name Menen means bright light and is given to the most beautiful, respected females. Number 3, Her Imperial Majesty Honorable Empress Menen Asfaw was born on April the 3rd, 1891 on the Gregorian calendar and on March 25th, 1883 on the Ethiopian calendar. Number 4, she was known for her humanitarian work, establishing childcare centers, handicraft schools, and the Empress Menen School for Girls, the first all-girls school in Ethiopia. Number 5, Empress Menen was a devout member of the Ethiopian Orthodox Tawahedo Church and renovated and endowed numerous churches in Ethiopia and the Holy Land, including St. Raguel Church in Addis Ababa and the Holy Trinity Monastery on the Jordan River. Number 6, she was a patron of the Ethiopian Red Cross, the Ethiopian Women's Charitable Organization, and the Jerusalem Society that arranged for pilgrimages to the Holy Land. Number 7, advisor to the emperor. Empress Menen played a large role in decision-making with her husband, Emperor Haile Selassie I, by being his advisor, keeping him focused on communication and strategy, and by using her economic autonomy to affect change. Number 8, Empress Menen provided the grant of land and money for the rehabilitation of Ethiopian compatriots while still accomplishing her daily task. Number 9, during the Italian invasion of 1936 to 1941, she assumed administrative responsibility of Ethiopia while the emperor was on the battlefield. Number 10, the Honorable Empress Menen was the people's right hand, and her contributions were exemplary, surpassing those of other queens and empresses. I also wanted to say that Empress Menen was a true queen mother and co-ruler and understood the importance of her role as co-ruler. Her love for her countrywoman and man inspired her to build many institutions to ensure empowerment, wellness, health, and faith. As a mother of many children, the Empress understood the importance of support to her and all mothers. She created childcare centers all over Ethiopia to ensure mothers had a safe place for their children to be watched over and nurtured. This allowed women to work, go to school, and tend to smaller children, as well as heal the injured during the battlefield. Education was also important to the Honorable Empress Menen. Though she grew up in a royal family, Empress Menen understood that education was not afforded to all women, and she knew she had to make changes immediately. As she founded the Empress Menen School for All Girls in Ethiopia to educate young girls and establish women's roles within the country. She thus inspired young girls and women to focus on their well-being and education by providing them with the tools needed to become the change makers she knew them to be. Holy Omega I, King Selassie I, Jah Rastafari. Give thanks, my Lord and Empress, and hearty celebration once more.
Give thanks, Honorable Empress Cindy, for such goodness, such information, and such why. bring back. So now I would like to bring Empress Dion to the.
Yes, I would say it for you. So you don't
No.
have to for yourself.
I pause for a moment and I was like, wait, is I supposed to say?
We would like our leading secretary of the Women Freedom Liberation League, Honorable Empress Dion, and her poem to all empresses of the league. Honorable Empress.
Blessed love. This piece is called Mother's Love. Arise and take your stand. Continue teaching the culture of your land, Black mothers of creation. In 1890, Queen Omega was born, and in 1980, the League was formed for the liberation of Black women near and far across the diaspora. The inherent endowment of mammalian, mother love, maternal instincts, and the bestower of minds makes you personally maternal to all children. You love us individually, you know us personally, and understand us completely. Holy Queen Omega I, Selassie I, Jah, Rastafari. So let's give thanks for all daughters, sisters, aunts, mothers, grand and great grandmothers, empresses and queens alike. So a tribute of names is to be read. Sarah, Mary Denden, Martha B., Miriam, Little Iti, Ethiopia, Hara, Nadia, Rockany, Corinne, Sarah, Mary Miota, Ayana, Andrea, Annie, Nadine, Joanne, Ariane, Judith, Tashima, Candy, Sarah, Annie, Amy, Alamancha, Makeda, Abigail, Naomi, Kemba, Nataki, Mary, Miriam, Aliyah, Amadasta, Gannett, Hadia, Khalifa, Dinah, and Jenna, Afi, Zanaba, Zola, Shiloh, Yeshimabet, Amale, Asamale, Shakira, Queenie, Keisha, Aisha, Faraisha, Jamila, Keely, Jamila, Debian, Aziza, Monica, Yuna, Eva, Mary, Tahira, Adama, Sparkle, Benny, Christine, Christa, Yvonne, Santa Sandra, Tekla, Carmen, Felicity, Madafa, Cheryl Africa, Kim, Leanne, Afi, Tracy, Norma, Dottie, Diana, Rebecca Furo, June, Talisha, Janice, Ainika, Lily, Aikima, Velma, Kito, Makeda, Denise, Dawn, Life, Nadia, Julie, Aggie, Big Joy, Carol, Rachel, Olivia, Mawuna Juma, Trisha, Akim, Cindy, Valisha, Zamakuba, Jesus, Kala, Sandra, Andrea, Karima, Nishi, Kishmet, Patrona, Esther, Daphne, Pauline, Bev, Cutie, Blossom, Little Joy, Sonia, Maisie, Elaine, Pat, Hazel, Marina, Elgita, Wallet, Nesta, Lavina, Iopia, Sarah, Dorette, Lily Mae, Patrice, Carissa, Zara, Abby, Kadima, Jasam, Christina, Nicole, Yahweh daughter, Antonella, Felicity, Abina, Crystal, Mava, Divine, Safi, Margaret, and from Bacco Wall, Blackie Bev, and Honorable Leading Empress, Rachel. Give thanks to all empresses internationally for raising the banners of the red, gold, and green, for having integrity, for having morals, for having standards, and for continuously making Queen Omega proud of I, Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. Give thanks, my Lord and Empress, Prince and Princess, all loved ones in Christ Jesus. Blessed love.
Woman soldiers.
Blessed love.
Rastafari.
Majesty bless Empress. Majesty.
Now we have an open floor to the royal family, my Lord and Empress, who would like to say something. You know, we are all here to celebrate and give thanks and praise. You know, give thanks to the Woman Freedom Liberation 45 years of words, works, and dedication. You know, it is important. Give thanks, all loved ones. Blessed love.
Guess we have to call
Blessed
names.
love, Empress. Majesty bless.
Blessed love.
Give thanks for all good things. Give thanks for the royal family. You know, bless and sanctify our loved ones in Christ. That program was very emotional to me. I don't know if I'm getting old, but that Empress, they bring tears to my eyes, boy. I don't know what's going on with me. I don't know why, you know, but Mother, what's your name? Fanny Melu? Fanny Lume. Oh my Lord. Rastafari. Me say tears come at my eye. That me I check myself to say, why am I like I get old by hour? But it was so dramatic what she went through and the stance what she take. You know, and please don't get no me saying this word. Cultural continuity. We never bow yet. You know what I'm saying? And we have the baton now and we have to run with it manfully and womanfully and pass it on to the next generation. You know? Long live the brotherhood and sisterhood of God. Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. Blessed love, my Lord and Empress.
Blessed love, my Lord. My Lord is not you alone, was Terry.
A true thing, Empress. Yeah, because I'm not feeling the same way. So it can't be getting old, you know?
It's nothing about age. It was just about, it was moving. It was real,
yes,
you know, so
emotional.
give thanks. Yeah.
It touched the heart, you know? Give
yes.
thanks.
Priest Knuckles, Priest Nappy, Priest Rasavana, Priest Earl, all ones, Priest Advar.
Greetings from the phone. There was a question I want. What was, is there something because I hear
open floor, my Lord, just a reasoning, and we give thanks for that lovely chorus. Yeah, oh my Lord, give thanks. What a beautiful voice. So if you want to say anything, if you feel to sing for us, anything, you know, we glorify, give thanks.
give thanks, Empress, you know, glorify and give thanks to the Empresses, you know. All of the Empresses that they them call Empress Lily May, Empress Maisie, Empress Esther, Empress Dorothy, Empress Marina, Sister Dawn, and many, many, many more. You know, I have all lived together on the campgrounds, you know, our years coming, you know, and we always live in one accord. That I can tell you, you know, we never have no issue with none of the Empress them, you know what I mean? Was always a joy to be amongst the item, you know, so I give thanks and, you know, that I can say I have known the item, you know, and the blessed and loving spirit that they them have, you know, clean heart that they them have, you know, that I can be associated with great empresses, you know, like the item. Huh? So I say give thanks again for the item. And as our one big family, you know, we say out of love for each and every one that came on this program today. It was a blessed and beautiful program. You know, glorify the Empress and the Empress energy, you know, and the woman is God. Also, the man is God.
Yes,
There's no competition in this kingdom, you know. It's about a oneness and a harmony between both of us that make it one. So give thanks for each and every one, female energy. Glorify and give thanks to them. Give thanks to the mother of the earth, fulfilling all of your mission in all uprightness. Glory and give thanks. Jehovah. Jah. Rastafari.
Rastafari, give thanks, my Lord.
How do I raise my hand here?
Bless the Lord, my Lord and Empress.
Priest Jermaine.
My Lord.
Oh, my Lord and Empress, give thanks for yet another wonderful program. It was such a blessing to even sit, you know, in the background and listen to the Empress them at this time, you know. I want to commend Empress Dion for being a wonderful host. You are definitely, you fit that position so perfect. You understand? I really glorify that you was there doing that job, and you did a real good job doing it. You know, Honorable Empress Trisha, the tech, give thanks for that video that you played with the Empress and Fanny Lou. It was moving. I was touched. Trust me. And Empress Akim, I glorify that dance that you're doing. It was very, you know, trust me, my sister, I have a big sister, and she was into that type of vibe before she left the Rastafari faith, you know, but give thanks, you know, for all the empresses that made, you know, such a good and, you know, profound, you know, statements, and everything was just on point. Give thanks, my Lord and empresses. Jah Rastafari.
All right.
Give thanks, my Lord.
Priest Lee Craft.
I'll say mine's in closing, Empress.
All right.
I see Priest Adva harness up and Empress Lily may harness up.
How about Empress Marina?
Then Empress Marina after Empress Lily.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Priest.
Yes, royal family, empresses glorify. Yeah, man, it was perfect, man. You know, perfect celebration just to top it off. You know, glorify, you know, even Empress Akim, you know. Yeah, that is how, you know, that freedom, you know, can see the freedom in the dancing, you know. Empress Dion, you know, glorify that poor mama, you know. Yeah, I get to hear more the goddesses' names, you know. So like so much empresses, you know, in this royal kingdom, you know. Yeah, give thanks, you know, for, you know, Empress Cindy, you know, teaching us, you know, about Empress, you know, Waziri Menen, you know. Yeah, we give thanks for the poetry, you know, even Mutabaruka, you know. Yeah, we give thanks for even the Empress, you know, glorifying, you know, even I, you know. Yeah, mamas, you know. And we give thanks even for the empresses even on the hill, you know. You know, I get to know that Empress Alicia, Empress Bev, they're currently on the foundation, you know. So we give thanks for the mamas them seeing we're holding it, you know, the 21-day principle, the order, you know. You know, we give thanks, you know, because even within that order, you know, our father teach us, you know, that even in that order, you know, it's a sacrifice, you know, going out for the nation, you know, black people, you know. So we give thanks for the teaching of our father. We give thanks for the worthy founder, leader, our mighty president, our mighty God and King, you know, the most right honorable King Emmanuel Charles Edwards, you know, who was so moved and inspired, you know, to found this Woman Freedom Liberation League, you know, in 1980, you know, on the 23rd of March, you know. So we glorify, you know, the power of the woman same way, you know, and the might of the woman, as Idi Amin Dada say, I and I, we have to, even strengthen the woman, you understand, Yeah, anyone disturb even our sisters, we stand up for them, So glorify Mama Omegas, our goddesses of the earth, and I'm just full joy in the whole presentation that I've received thus far. And I give thanks again, even just to be here in the presence with the sisters, the female energies, that I'm receiving even at this moment, And yeah, man, it's moved, and move I and I, deeply, and, I glorify again. Blessed love, family, honorable.
Give thanks, peace, and
Through
for
the chair,
Empress Lady
Honorable
May.
Priest Brown would love to give a blessing.
Priest,
love, honor. Empress Trisha.
Go ahead and Mama Lily May, then Empress Marina.
Then Priest Brown.
I invited two princes to the program. One has left already, but Princess Jazania, she wrote something small, she said, and I would like her to share.
Sure, no problem.
Could you call on her, please?
Princess Jazania?
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely.
My God bless angel, God's children, blessed love, Honorable Princess Jazania.
Blessed love.
Blessed.
Happy celebration to the family.
Happy celebration.
Blessed love. With my video on, I don't see where it's going. You see, it's already. All right, I wrote something small. It was about Empress Menen. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, Empress. Go ahead.
Yes.
It reads as follows. Empress Menen was and always will be a shining light in the lives of many, as she continues to inspire acts of charity, unity, and peace among women. Empress Menen knew how to be a woman. She knew that as a mother, she is not only mother to her own children, but to all, to her nation. She knew the duty of a wife to stand faithfully by her husband's side until the end. Empress Menen stood by the words of the decree. The humble be fed, the naked clothed, sick nourished, aged protected, and infants cared for. Empress Menen knew how to be a queen, that being a queen does not mean being served all day, but also serving others. And so her people loved and respected her in return. We give thanks for all of the mothers, sisters, and daughters who follow the example and footsteps of Empress Menen and continue to keep her visible. Blessed.
Blessed love, give thanks, royalty. Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
And that is our royal princess from South Africa, Princess Jazania. Give thanks,
Okay.
Honorable.
Blessed love.
Blessed love.
Empress Marina?
Yes.
Oh, blessed love, Empresses.
Blessed.
When I survey the wondrous throne on which the Prince of Glory lives, my richest gain I count but loss and poor contempt and all my pride. Were that whole realm of nature mine, but for an offering far too small. Love so amazing, so divine, demands my soul, my life, my all. Empresses, I was so impressed by this presentation this afternoon. I was emotional, and like the Honorable Priest Ainsley, I too was choked up when I saw the presentation featuring Fanny Lou Hamer. It shows us that road that what we are suffering now is nothing compared to what our foreparents had to undergo. And so we must recommit ourselves to the struggle and to the fight, because the greater part has been done for us already. So we need only now to follow the script that our Father has left for us. I want to once again thank all of the empresses who have participated, and the brethren as well, the Honorable Priest Imesley, the Honorable Priest Nappy, the Honorable Priest Dreadcraft, and everyone else who has participated. Shout out to the Honorable Priest Advar down in South Africa. Yes, I just want to extend my love and my appreciation, and to let the empresses them know, especially the young empresses, Sister Dion, Sister Trisha, Sister Kim Naja. You empresses are doing a great job. I am telling you, I am in awe of your devotion and your commitment to this struggle and to the ideals of the Congress. And I thank you so much all again for allowing me to participate and for being a speaker on this very, very wow. It's wonderful, empresses. Wonderful. And I'm also glad to hear from Sister Lily May from down in Ethiopia there. That's battle axe, that's a battle axe. That's what you call a battle axe. You understand? Unbreakable. Give thanks. Give thanks one and all.
Give thanks.
Give thanks, Empress Marina. We Empress Diane, we do have Sister Dorette on.
Oh, give thanks.
Say that here now. So Sister Dorette, if you would, Empress Dorette, if you would like to unmute your mic.
Empress Dorette usually have problem with her mic, so I don't know.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's give thanks to her.
Priest Aswad.
Bishop Brown speaker, the priest Brown.
Priest Brown, Empress.
Yes.
Priest Aswad had his hand up first, and then Priest Brown.
Okay. As well.
Blessed love, my Lord and Empress.
This is Priest Brown.
You're hearing me?
Yes, Priest as well.
I greet you all in the name of Empress Menen Asfaw, Jah.
Rastafari.
Holy Emmanuel, Selassie, Jah. Rastafari. What a special day, what a celebration day moment. All you probably never hear loud more peace as well, so quiet in life yet. But I have to sing a little piece right now. I greet the island in the divine name of Emperor Melchizedek, who taught us this. Greetings in the same day. I want to touch a little things about the Queen. And first I must say, I apologize to every woman under the sound of my voice in the universe for all that man and the system of this world have done to belittle them. Give thanks that the King Haile Selassie brought them up in 1930 when they were coronated. His wife, with them a man and a woman was coronated. And the same day, because Menelik's wife was coronated 10 days after the 11th. So give thanks that the man could bring up the Empress and them. And I hope the Empress and them solemnly accept the apology for all man present on the face of this earth, for what we have done and the part we had played, even though we was not conscious of what we were doing. But Empress Menen, she did great contributions. First thing, I'm going to ask the ancestors to allow me to speak. The elder ones on me, please permit me to speak.
Speak, please, as well.
My Lord, give thanks. Right? So, I do hope and pray that all individuals, each and every honorable congressman and woman present yet and to attend, understand the fullness of what is happening today and the change on the planet that the matriarchs are doing the patriarchs, and the patriarchs are confused. We need to get it together and do the straight and narrow thing as Ethiopians. Consider the achievements in itself that is documented in the life of the matriarch. The royal family spent hard times, 5 years in Bath, researching, doing everything in the most accurate way. She was more financially strong than the emperor, so she helped in economics, representing. She did schools for the blind and all the different titles that we know she did. She was married at the age of 11, and she was married 3 times and had 4 children before she met the king. While she was in her life, she lost 7 children while suffering from her own situation. She donated her crown when she was in Bath, England, to the Most High Jehovah, that if she should return to Ethiopia and gain back the royalty, she will give her crown, and her crown was donated. The emperor built another crown for
Priest
her.
as well.
She did so much.
I pray the priest as well.
Yes.
Don't give away the whole next program.
I'm sorry. I'm just so excited. I'm sorry. All you know my big word. I'm just sure you know how to press my button, right? So I just want to say I give thanks for all the empresses who I heard today, and that we apologize, and I hope that you all accept our apology as man and continue to do what we have to do. Let us work together, because man and woman is who created us. He said, let us make man. And he couldn't be talking to a man. Obviously, he was talking to Empress Menen. Menen is a godly word. So continue doing the good work, Empresses. You all did a auspicious celebration day, and all the speakers who are heard were such eloquent speakers and who are so devoted. Continue doing the good work, my Lord and Empresses. Divine love, heart of celebration going to the earth.
If that's Priest Brown and then Priest Knuckles.
Royal love to the royal congregation. Blessed love.
Blessed love.
I will give
Priest. Blessed love, priest.
Oh, give thanks for His Honor Imperial Majesty from the Royal Rainbow Circle and to the world. Give thanks to the that I have been
Yeah, broke up Priest Brown. Breaking up, Empress.
Mothers of creation, knowing that mothers are the
Not hearing him. Please tell him that in break.
Yeah, after Priest Knuckles, and I would love the floor.
Priest Knuckles, unmute your mic.
Blessed love. Blessed love to the royal family. Give thanks for the Ethiopia Africa Black International Congress.
Drop out there.
And give thanks to the Women's Freedom Liberation Day. I want to join the voice of Priest E.A.B.I and Priest Sevens about how emotional this program has been throughout the whole journey. It makes me feel proud, very proud, to be an elder and a priest of this Royal Congress. And I would say, what the saying say, when the woman of right has done her best, angels in Zion can do no better. We glorify all the strength that I've heard and felt out of this program. Give thanks to all the royal goddesses, and give thanks to Emperor Haile Selassie. Did break the chain, the religious chain that them did set to hold on with mother and take her mother out of the Trinity. And give thanks to the wise mind and understanding of the high priest to establish the Women's Freedom Liberation League, to give our sisters and goddesses the right of expression. When the father said, put the Empress them up front, my understanding is taking them from back where religion has put them to join us on the front line, brothers and sisters, in equality and justice. I love all that I've heard. I'm very impressed by Empress Marina's speech, the beginning, and I hope that all empresses of the Congress who are here now and who will never hear could take those words in their heart and develop that love that is a mandate of the Almighty. And all the brethren them who still in that religious mindset to have themselves as head and the woman as tail, you know, say, two heads are better than one. Holy Emmanuel, Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. A wonderful and beautiful program, very progressive, very emotional, very strengthening, you know. And to glorify everyone that partake, both man and woman. And it's a wonderful historical day for the foundation of the Black Christ. My Lord and Empress, blessed.
My Lord
God
and
said,
Empress,
do give thanks, my Lord.
pardon this. My Lord Empress, I have to be going taking a leave right now, but I glorify the moment. And okay, my Lord Empress.
Give thanks. Priest Rastavana.
Yes.
And
Holy
after Chris, I'll
Emmanuel,
something, Sister Trisha.
Jah, Rastafari. Glorify, give thanks for the Congress, give thanks to our Father who set this Congress, as we always say, and laid the foundation and opened wide the door. And he saw it prudent to rise the woman like the phoenix from the ashes, you know, to that glory. I give thanks for the program. Yeah, great program. Give thanks to all of the sisters then. Empress Diane, those names. Yeah. We talk about Fanny Lou. Fanny Lou is one of my heroes. It touched me, but not touch me like them names then. Yeah. Giving thanks to hear I and I finally acknowledging those whose shoulders I and I are standing on and who I and I is obligated to fulfilling the works that we are left to do. I glorify Empress Marina's speech of encouragement. When I heard that she was the keynote speaker, I expected no less because I know her sentiment, you know, and she has always been fighting for the solidarity of I and the progressive development of I as a Congress. So we give thanks for that speech of upliftment. Yeah, but again, I have to come back to them names, you know. Yeah, man. I glorify all mothers, everyone, every name that was called. You know, everyone has played a part in bringing it to where it is. Now it's an I. We are the elders. We are the custodians, as the Empress Marina said. We are the custodians at this moment of this glorious liberty. And again, I will repeat what she said. Let's reconfirm our devotion, our commitment to fulfilling this mission that we volunteered. And let's work together because that's the only way we're going to fulfill it. Unity is the only accepted goal, as I Majesty said. So we must strive with all our being to forge that brotherhood, again, His Majesty's word, and sisterhood. So I glorify, I won't, take up much more time, but to say I glorify all things said and done, from the program started until this moment. Heart of love, heart of celebration to everyone. Looking for greater things, greater togetherness, more interactiveness, as we rebuild our Congress, because we are on a rebuilding mission at this time. Blessed love, family.
I want to say something, Honorable. Give thanks.
Thanks, Mama Miriam.
Yeah.
And then there is a Alonso Trimbat on here that would go after you.
All right, Honorable. What can I say? Oh, today is wonderful. I just have to start giving thanks unto the Almighty God again for this wonderful program that the sisters then put together. They work very hard to make it. Are you hearing me?
Loud and clear.
Oh, so we all work together to make this program possible here today. I enjoy it. I must start to say thank you, Sister Marina. I hear every word, and I thank you for today. Your speech has uplifted me, strengthened me, and give me more energy to go on within the Women's Freedom Liberation League. I thank all sisters who have given their speech, who have performed, who have done such a marvelous work. I thank you all. I thank my brothers who sing, who bless, who track, who make everything. I thank you all. And I just gonna say thanks. But most of all, to the Honorable Tech, who dedicate ourselves tireless to get this program together. I thank you, Sister Tricia. I thank you, Sister Diane. I thank you, Sister Cindy. I thank everyone. And to my elders, Honorable Empress Lily, I thank you. I thank you so much. And to the others that are here and don't speak, I thank you all because you paved the way for me. I thank all my ancestors who was before me, who make it possible for me to come. I thank you all. And so I'm just giving thanks. And to the leading priests who never leave us, who always be with us, Honorable Priestcraft, I thank you too, Majesty. And give thanks for your strength, your encouragement. Sometimes when we look weak, you always be there to strengthen us, Priestcraft. And I thank you. I thank you. And I thank myself too to be here, no matter how I weak, how I feel, I always put out my 100 because I know why that I formed this league. That I see the power in us. That I know we were going through. And that fateful Sunday evening, when that I formed this league and give us a power to speak, God knows what he is doing. And today I am proud. I am very, very proud that I am a member of this Women's Freedom Liberation League that I formed. So sisters, let us continue on the journey. It is not easy. It is hard, but God will see us through. He will never leave us nor forsake us. Take the words of Empress Marina and build on it. Build ourselves to go on in this life. I thank you. I give thanks for this program here today. I feel very good. I feel very blessed of this program that we have today, the 45 years of our anniversary. And I thank God that I am a part of it. I bless you. I love you, family. Take care and be blessed. And these are my few words as I hand over back to the chair. Blessed love.
Okay, who's next? Empress Dahina.
Blessed love, royal family. Give thanks for life and all the life give back. Can you hear I?
Loud and clear, Empress.
Oh, true. Give thanks. Yeah, give thanks for the blessed 45th anniversary of the Black Ethiopian Woman Liberation Freedom League. Yeah, give thanks for life, give thanks for work, give thanks for strength, give thanks for loved ones. Yeah, give thanks for life. And know the life giver, you know, give thanks for health and strength. Yeah. Beautiful work, Honorable Empress, who have putting this forward. Give thanks for our work said and done. Right love, right strength, you know. Yeah. Yes, March is hearty, but it also not lofty. Because as great as this beautiful day is, I feel a deep void. A very, very deep, deep void. I miss my sister in Honorable Empress Esther, our leading empress. I miss her dearly. Yes, once last week tell me say, yeah, everything all right with this empress. No, it is not. Don't fool on yourself. My sister's soul is so sad and so low right now. She has not got no justice. That honorable empress was called witch and all kind of evil name and
One
evil
second,
manner.
Empress, because we're
We're
like,
not going there. We're
we're
not
like
going there.
dreaming. Blessed love.
Blessed love. Can you hear right?
Yes, we are in celebratory, and I am sure that the leading empresses and the honorable priests of the league, of the Congress, of the league and the Congress will reach out to the honorable empress.
Not sure.
They need to honorable empress because if
give thanks.
Glorify.
Glorify.
Yeah, I need to
Priest Adigan.
I think they're speaking on the same phone.
I'm not sure what's happening. I really am not sure.
That is Priest Adigan Empress.
Okay. But his hand is up. Priest Adigan's hand
Yeah,
is
they're
up.
on separate phones.
Oh, all right.
They're on separate devices. Priest Adigan, my lord.
Pardon, no, they muted me. Blessed love.
Blessed love, Empress.
Right, truly, back to where I was. And if we don't agitate for our honorable leading empress, we're going to lose a precious gem. A precious gem. One keeps saying that everything is I with the empress. This is not. It's a lie. Her soul is crying right now. She has dealt so much injustice and haven't been given her justice or her rights, right? We need to agitate to bring forward that empress, right? She's a precious gem. King Emmanuel chose her himself. If King Emmanuel chose her, so we made her a leading empress. And when we were not here, I feel a part of my art is missing. A part of my art is missing. And great history is missing also. Please, agitate for this honorable empress. Agitate for Anna, beloved. Agitate, make her get her justice, because if you don't get her justice, certain ones on your words just come like wind to eye. You can't talk words of love and not deal with words of love. With these few words, once again, give thanks for all priests and prophecies, all royal gods and goddesses, all empresses and young princesses. Give thanks for the beloved word, but it don't mean nothing if it's not real. This does not mean nothing to I if it's not real. Real love. So it just then people have to leave the item. Please agitate for all the emperors that must be treated badly and have gone away from this because they have not received their justice. Agitate for them, please. And ask the item. Because if we don't, we're going to lose some precious gems amongst I and I. Precious gems. With these three words, God is love, let us all love. And God will be the island till we meet at Negro's feet, my Lord and Empress. Give thanks.
To the chair, my Lord and Empress. Yes, give thanks, Empress. We feel you and understand exactly what you're saying, you know. But it's not everyone that feels that way, you know. She may have a problem with a few, but it's not the whole masses, Empress, you know. Because we already send her an award that we did when we did our ceremony in November. And we set down the award for her and for Honorable Empress Maisley, for Honorable Priest Earl, and, you know, other ones. To recognize
To the chair,
them.
my Lord. Sorry to cut the item.
One second. Let the priest finish. One second.
So yes, and we sent that down to her. I even sent a text to her up to this morning and asked her if she received it yet. So for some reason, I don't know, it seemed like she never received it. And I thought she had gotten it already still. But, you know, we'll figure out what is happening. But it's not like, you know, we recognize the Empress. At least I know I recognize her, you know, and many more, you know. But as I said, it would be good, you know, as I say, it makes you feel more welcome, I guess, you know, from the family. So give thanks, Empress. Glorify.
Give thanks, Priest Nappy. Priest Adigan.
Blessed love royal family. My Lord and Empress, Prince and Princess. Give thanks for life and the mighty life giver. You know, give thanks for our love, you know, LOVE. You know, give thanks for this day of reasoning. Give thanks for this 45th anniversary of our Women's Freedom Liberation League, sponsored and prepared and brought forward by our worthy founder leader, our president, our God and King, the Right Honorable King Emmanuel Charles Edwards, who hail as the Black Christ in flesh. Great Goddess Empress Menen Asfaw, Jah, Rastafari. Well, I have a scripture in front of I go continuing reading from Proverbs 31, verse 10 to 31. Who can find a virtuous woman? Continuing reading, verse 10, continuing reading. Glory be to our Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy One of creation. Our Jah was in the beginning, is now, and never shall be. Jah world without end. King Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. Verse 10, continuing reading, Proverbs 30 and 1. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. The heart of her husband doth safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. She seeketh wool and flax, and worketh willingly with her hands. She is like the merchant ships. She bringeth forth her food from afar. She riseth also while it is yet night, and giveth meat to her household, and a portion to her maidens. She considereth a field, and buyeth it with the fruit of her hands. She planteth a vineyard. She girdeth her loins with strength, and strengtheneth her arms. She perceiveth that her merchandise is good. Her candle goeth not out by night. She layeth her hand to the spindle, and her hands to hold the distaff. She stretcheth out her hand to the poor, yea, she reacheth forth her hand to the needy. She is not afraid of the snow for her household, for all her household are clothed with scarlet. She maketh herself a covering of tapestry. Her clothing is silk and purple. Her husband is known in the gates when he sitteth among the elders of the land. She maketh fine linen and selleth it, and delivereth girdles unto the merchants. Strength and honor are her clothing, and she shall rejoice in time to come. She openeth her mouth with wisdom, and in her tongue is the law of kindness. She looketh well to the ways of her household, and eateth not the bread of idleness. Her children arise up and call her blessed. Holy Empress Menen Asfaw, Jah, Rastafari. Her husband also, and he praiseth her. Many daughters have done virtuously, but thou excellest them all. Favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain. But a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. Give her of the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates. Blessed Empress Menen Asfaw, Jah, Rastafari. The 31st and ending verse of Proverbs 31, verse 10 to 31. Repeat and continue. Give her of the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates. Most High Empress Menen Asfaw, great goddess Jehovah, Jah, Rastafari. This is Iman's favorite proverbs, you know. One time Iman did learn this by recital the way me love it, but me have to try get it back. But this is my favorite proverb. It says it all. This is Empress Menen and all woman of virtue, you know. So give thanks for the virtuous woman. Give thanks for the God who see the virtue in the woman to create such league at this time. I missed the beginning of this presentation, you know, because they have some family business to deal with them and you them outer road, but Iman is here now. Iman give thanks for this moment, you know. Iman give thanks for this moment and the precious memories, you know, because I was reading a speech at the passing of Empress Menen, the Empress speech, and there was a part in it where him said, she was like, Sarah was unto Abraham unto him, and then he go on to say, they love what them did have, no third party, them never have differences. Not, man and woman like everyone else will have differences, but them never have no differences where the whole world would know, like how we now or the domestic, everybody know. No, it never works so with the King of Kings and the Queen of Queens, you know. So give thanks for this noble woman, you know, the one who did get 7 children with the emperor, you know. So give thanks for this noble, upright woman, and give thanks for all of the women them, near and far of the Woman Freedom Liberation League, who stand in the glory of our beloved mother, Empress Menen Asfaw, or Walati Gogis. So give thanks for that woman there, you know, born 1890. You know, she 2 years older than the Empress still, you know. She was the older one, like me in my relationship, you know, me are the younger one. So give thanks, you know. Yes, my Lord and Empress. Give thanks for the moment. Give thanks for this 45 years and that it even reached death and that some are we in the land of the living to continue celebrate this. Hopefully in time to come with upon the shores of Ethiopia to celebrate it in a greater joy and glory. Most High Empress Menen Asfaw, that's the height, yeah? Rastafari. Our blessing royal family, you know. We thank for your patience and your rapt attention. The mission of our God and Goddess is to be continued. My Lord and Empress, blessed.
Blessed love, my Lord, give thanks.
Royal Chair, could I address you?
Honorable 7-star General, my Lord. Blessed love, Honorable Crystal.
One perfect love to the Royal Empresses, and give thanks to the 45, you know, anniversary of the the Empress League, yeah, 1980, the 23rd of this month, you know. So 4 and 5 and 9, I think say you love mathematics, so you know, are the you know, say 9 are the birth month, and 9 are the highest number, 9 are the prime number, so it is a glorious day, you know, and give thanks to the opportunity that I could have, you know, celebrate the Empress. The Empress is also so loyal, the Empresses, and don't look out of the hide themselves like we are talking about someone else. Any queen of nigger, I must be the hide, you know.
True.
You see, so, you know, give thanks to the loyalty of the hidden, you know, and give thanks to being an Empress, you know, to bring forward I and I. Got nothing new underneath the sun, you know. That is not a reality. So we just got through a process, but give thanks to the Empress that the Empress them could have bring forward I and I and bring forward even themselves. You know what I mean? Where you call name reincarnation, you know. Yeah. Give thanks to such loyalty, you know, and such royal, you know, divine way. And give thanks to I and I, you know, also that when you need a friend, we know walk away. And give thanks to being a friend for I and not to walk away also, you know. One perfect love. not many words, but you know what I mean? You know, today's the best day, you know, and give thanks that I and I could have made. Yeah, them happy, and yeah, them could have make I and I happy. One perfect love, Mama Lily, one perfect love, Mama Maisie, you know.
That's free, sir.
And Empress, Esther, you know, we don't leave out no one in it, maybe see, you know. And when the Empress ready, she will be here. You understand? Yes. So sometimes I want us taking a break. You understand? Because if you don't find love here, you're not going to find it nowhere else. Because, you know what I mean? You see it? We maybe seem weak, you know, but this is even so stronger than Babylon. Oh, and I, Low and I want to reason, listen. So it is just a part of the Elder Council. You know, I would say we have growth. You see? Yes. I just and I have to just respect when you hear the God attack and when you hear the goddess attack, because any ancestor we are talking about and it's not ourselves, you know, we don't know ourselves, you know. So give thanks again, you know, the mother of creation, you know, and give thanks to the mother of Salem, you know. The man say, can a mother love and tender cares cease toward the child she bear, you know? The man say, yet she may forgetful be, because sometimes if the children get a problem, sometimes she, you know what I mean? Yes. But when him in a problem, if you know that she said one, have that pain, belly pain, you know. So give thanks, mama, and give thanks, sister, and give thanks, daughter.
Give thanks, my Lord.
Through the chair,
Give thanks.
Honorable Empress,
Blessed, my Lord.
I'd just like one final saying, please.
And after you, we will have Honorable Prophet Ijahstar. Give thanks, my Lord. Blessed.
Blessed. Give thanks to the privilege and honor, you know. All through the program, there's a picture in my head that I saw sometime in the 70s when Angola was going through the liberation struggle. And our cameraman took a picture of her Empress. She had a baby on her back, a bucket on her head, and an MK-47 over her shoulder. That's the picture of our empresses struggling for our liberation throughout the time. They want us to keep in our mind, you know. A provider, nurturer, and a soldier by our side. Give thanks for your strength, all of you Empress. Blessed love.
Love, priest knuckle.
Give thanks, my Lord. Honorable Prophet Ijahstar.
Indeed, Priest Knuckles, blessed.
Glorify, honorable family. One for
My
great,
Lord.
blessed love, royal art of celebration. I want to greet the item in the divine name of her Imperial Majesty Empress Menen I and His Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I, Holy Emmanuel I King Selassie I Jah, Rastafari. Yes, beautiful day. Just want to extend my love and gratitude, you know, to I mothers and sisters, you know. Give thanks for setting an example, you know. I admire, you know, from a young youth growing up, I admire, you know, the Bobo Shanti, you know, empresses, you know, different from, you know, the other Rastafari empresses. There's a distinction or distinguish thing about Bobo Shanti Empress, you know. So I want to, you know, extend my love and gratitude, you know, for the example and, you know, holding the line, you know, as empresses, you know. I want to give thanks for the, you know, Freedom Woman Liberation League. As I say, as a youth growing up, you know, I admire, and I always remember watching a video on the Congress, and I saw a few empresses, you know, was being interviewed, and the eloquent of the empresses, you know, I was, you know, drawn away how they responded to, you know, the brethren that was, you know, asking the questions, and, you know, how knowledgeable they were about, you know, the principle and the order of Bobo Shanti, you know. So that was, you know, something that I hold on to, you know, something that I hold on to dearly, you know, as a youth growing up. And when I find out that, you know, some of these empresses that I saw on the video was actually still around, you know, it's a joy, you know, it's a real joy. So I just want to say manners and respect, you know, for, you know, those empress that was on that video that day. I think the item as all the line for other empresses, you know, to see and to hear and to understand what, you know, the order was about in that short space of moments still. So, you know, give thanks for the leading empresses of the Congress, and give thanks for all the empresses and princesses, you know, of this Congress. And we give thanks for the balance, you know, the balance, because most Sunday we're here, and, you know, it's the priests them, you know, I go ahead with, you know, whatever topic and discussion. But it's great to have that balance where, you know, the empress them forward and, you know, can do the presentation. I'm here listening to all the presentation, and, you know, I must say more strength to, you know, everyone who gave, you know, the voice to, you know, share with I and I out here. So, you know, give thanks for the balance again. And I just want to seal her with a quote from Nina Simone. She said that, to me, we are the most beautiful creature in the world, black people, and I mean that in every sense. Holy Emmanuel I, King Selassie I, Jah, Rastafari, my Lord and Empress. Blessed love.
Blessed my Lord, give thanks for that. Give thanks for that strength. Give thanks. I know how you felt, my Lord, when you found out some of these empresses are still alive, you know, because I felt the same way too. When I actually started to meet them one by one, you know. So give thanks for Foundation Empresses, Empress Lily May, Empress Miriam, Empress Esther, Empress Marina, you know. Give thanks for knowing the I and them, Empress Tekla. Give thanks for meeting, learning, you know. And we still have more to learn. So, my Lord, I know how the I felt, so give thanks, you know. Anyone else? Blessed love.
Royalty,
Freedom, blessing, my Lord.
blessing. Yes, a pre-asylum now. Yeah, give thanks, you know, for the anniversary, 45th, 9, which is Emperor
is the ninth child same way. And what come to my mind was the Honorable Empress who lost her life, Empress Shara. So I just, thinking on her, just reminding the item as Empresses. And I got something to give the Empress them, but it's gonna be probably I'm gonna bring it to the executive meeting through with her online. So give thanks to all the Empresses who stand up womanfully, to defend the right, as even in Jamaica, it was Empress Nanny, who stand up. St. Croix was Empress Queen Mary, who stand up, tell the man them if they're afraid, give she the match and the oil, and they go burn down Bash and talk. So give thanks to Empress Menen and all the Empress them who stand up with Empress Menen, loyal Empresses of the Kingdom of His Majesty, Holy Manuel I, the last year. Yeah, Rastafari, my Lord and Emperor.
Royal Chair.
My Lord.
That's it. Can I have the floor?
Yes, my Lord. Freedom, give thanks. Blessed.
Blessed. As I was listening to Prophet Ijahstars' reasoning and the I response afterwards, it brought back a memory, a youthful memory of my first experience in seeing a royal Bobo Empress. I was about 10 years of age on Spanish Town Road with time and father, driving along. And there was a series of stalls along the way, and people were shopping. But just out of the side of my eye, something caught my attention. This person in full black, with rickrack around the bottom of her skirt, red, gold, and green, and the sleeves, and epaulette, and a whole host of guidance pin. Now, that was one part of the experience. Greater than that was she seemed to not be walking. She seemed to be floating because just the way she was moving from stall to stall, the lightness of her movement, she kind of was just bouncing from stall to stall, in such a manner that it held I man as a youth, it held my attention. And then her unique look is another thing. Now, lo and behold, when I got to camp some years later, I was privileged to meet this person, Ijahstars Menen, at the time the Royal Secretary of the Congress. And from I see her in camp, I knew it was her I saw years earlier. Because she had the same profile, the same demeanor, that same angelic look, that same angelic way in how she moved and everything. So I just wanted to share that with the family. Yeah, when you meet these ancient empresses on the journey, they leave an indelible memory. So I give thanks, as she was one of the first that stood with the father until she transitioned, coming from Bakawal with him when there was just 2 rooms, 1 bathroom, to where the man laid a whole foundation with hundreds of people. See, so yeah, glorify the royal matriarchs, Rastafari.
Rastafari, my Lord, give thanks, All I and angels of the Most High, so give thanks. I would like to bring forward another honorable angel. She will come to bless us with her beautiful voice. Another angel, just as we now speaking. Honorable Empress Lily May. She has a charity organization called Keeping Mama Visible, where she do the works of the pledge or the creed. Age be protected, infants being cared for, sick be nourished. They feed children, they do stuff. So They actually have a song, and she will be singing their song, their how to call it, their theme song for the foundation, Keeping Mama Visible. Honorable Empress Lily May. Empress Menen gave the word, come on, and you're gonna make it visible. Come on, Mama, bless it.
I asked you to sing it. I asked you to sing it.
I don't know all the words. I just know how to hype you up to come forward real beautiful.
Let's give thanks.
Bless
Selassie gave the word. I'm not gonna keep her visible. King Selassie, I gave the word. I'm not gonna make her known. Make her known, make her known, make her known. Empress Menen is her name. I'm not gonna make her visible. Empress Menen is her name. I'm not gonna make her known. Make her known, make her known. Her name. I'm not gonna keep her visible. Charity is her name. I'm not gonna make her known. Make her known. Make her known. Oh, 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 no. In the holy Messiah. Holy Messiah. Yeah. So do you want to see me rocking Naya Bingy?
I hope my mouth wasn't moving too much to make people feel I know this song. I just know the chorus, and it's beautiful, you know? So let's continue to keep Mama visible in all our works and deeds, you know? Give thanks for all blessings that we receive today, because I take it as blessings, you know, because these are things that does make us stronger. Hearing these words, even though we know it, we know we're doing something good, we know we're going about our daily duties, and we know what we're doing is upright, but we're still thankful to hear that we're on the right track. We're still thankful to know that we have soldiers and warriors strengthening us and guiding us and here with us along the journey. And also we give thanks for everyone here today. We give thanks for everyone who was here yesterday, who made today possible. And yesterday is not yesterday, Saturday, you know. Yesterday is the years gone from 1980 to now that laid the foundation for us to be here, to be able to sing these choruses and know these hymns and wear these apparel in such a glorifying manner and know that we beautiful even though we covered, you know, we royal even though we covered, and we give thanks for that. We give thanks for that kind of light and ensample that thou hast bestowed upon us and set before us, that we could teach our princesses now, you know, our little ones, because the children is the future, and if all it didn't lay it right, we wouldn't have nothing to give to them. So I am thankful to the Woman Freedom Liberation League set by our father from that time to now, you know. Give thanks, my Lord and Empress. Blessed heart of love. So is Empress Trisha, Priestly Craft.
Empress Trisha has something to say? More to say?
We have a closing hymn. Or just you now, my Lord. Give thanks. Oh, Talia, today was beautiful, and I do give thanks. Give thanks.
Blessed love, my Lord and Empress. Give thanks once more, you know. Give thanks to each and every one who partake and who will hear of such partake within this tape. We ever give thanks, you know, for the Father who was with us right through, whoever strengthened us. And also, give us a strength to know we can do this again once more. And hopefully we can do it where we'll be closer together. That would be a great joy. But we have to give thanks also, for the Empress Sister Elgata, the first leading Empress of the Congress, the Secretary of the Congress. That Empress, which I met in 1979, I always have to talk of her because she's the one who gave me these feelings towards to strengthen the Empress League. Because she always tell me about her tradition, and many nights she had to use bucket torch to do some writing. And we talk was an Empress, she would never let me pass our gates and she don't say, hi, you don't see me. So I had to ever look to see her when I'm passing, and it's always a reason because she always wants to know about the foreign land, and so forth. And we walk many times from the hill to the road, which is nearly a mile walk. So we had talk a lot. So I heard a lot about her past and history. But she didn't get to see the fullness of such the Empress League, as it was formed, she passed away within a year or two. So she didn't even come to see the joy and the fullness of what we seeing right now. So give thanks enough each and every one once more, and hopefully this is a learning lesson and also a tradition for the younger Empress to learn. So we can, every year we can get it much better how we want it and set it. So we can keep the tradition going continually. We glorify all brethren and Empress, because so much was said and more which I may say it might be a repeat. So once his goodness we talking, it can ever repeat. So we know everyone feel the joy and hold the joy and the talk of it. Also we give thanks, for our speaker, Empress Marina, because we know she's a busy Empress. And we glorify her strength and energy within all reasoning. Also give thanks, for all the elders who with us. All elders who with us, because we know they come a long way. And we'd love even next year if we are on the Zoom or if we are even closer, we try to get the other Empresses, the elders, because they're out there. And we know, but it's just that the connection, we're not close with them. Because, they are in certain region and certain place. But we glorify this moment, Empresses, and also brothers. And we close within, a joyful moment. So we give thanks and go into our closing, words. So Jehovah, Jah, Rastafari, behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren and sister to dwell together in unity and love. It's like the precious ointment upon the head that ran down upon the beard. Even Aaron's beard that went down to his skirts of his garment. As you do affirm and as you do that, descend upon the mountain of Zion, where dear the Lord commanded the blessing, even life and love forevermore. So hail our God, Selassie, Jehovah God, Jarastafari. O Almighty God, Jarastafari, great and terrible God, Jarastafari is the Almighty God. Jah who sit in Zion and reign the hearts of all flesh. O thou most high, eternal Father, Jehovah God, Jarastafari. Hear us and bless us, our Lord, keep and sanctify us all. Cause thy holy face to shine upon us, thy children, so we shall be saved and redeemed. O thou most high God, Jah, Rastafari, what can wash away my stain? Nothing but the blood of Jesus. What can make me whole again? Nothing but the blood of Jesus. How precious is his flow that makes me white, my wool as black. Nothing but the blood of Jesus, of Negos, King Emmanuel VII, Adonai God, Jah, Rastafari, go before us and follow and we'll follow. King Emmanuel VII, Adonai God, Jah, Rastafari, my Lord and Empress, give thanks for such a moment. Blessed love to one and all.
Blessed
Lord.
my Lord and Empress, give thanks.
Glorify.
Yeah.
Give thanks, my Lord. Give thanks, Empresses. Give
Yes,
thanks
give
for this
thanks.
blessed moment. It was blessed and nice and joyous and wonderful as always. You know, Empress Church, give thanks for starting the program.
Not just nice, Empress. Sorry to say. It's 10 times greater than that.
Empress Dion. Yeah.
English now have enough word for glorify the moment, you know? Give thanks.
Give thanks and
Blessed love,
praise.
Empress.
I'm gonna call her because I get a little word. I'm gonna
Yes,
call her. But
Empress.
Priest Nappy is there.
I am right here.
Priest Nappy, it make you look like say me respect me they get the thing for Cado. I said come home to me.
We was hoping.
No, but you see, my one not come home, you know. Cause me couldn't carry it. My
No,
one
no.
is up there
Remember
coming in
it,
a
you know.
barrel shortly.
No, man, no, you, man. Me think say, I in the barrel, me send it come down.
It come down into the barrel. But I
Yeah.
don't know. Priest Chris, Sister Dorothy, say if she's there, said that Priest Chris said that he would deliver it to Sister Esther. And that she don't hear anything more about it. She says she's trying to get him, but she's not getting to him. So he is responsible.
Recording stopped.
It was Priest Flieger who gave her one, and Priest Earl went and get his one. So Majesty, I don't have anything to do with that one.
We might have to send him the
that subscribe button. See you on the next video. I just start the mindset. Smash that subscribe button. See you on the next video. I just start the mindset. Smash that